Good morning, and thank you so much for tuning in to another session of Ministries music class. This is class number 4 held here at Church of Living God, CWFF, Temple number 328, located in Lufkin, Texas, where our pastor is Overseer Earl Whitaker. This class is designed to help singers and musicians with basic theory that will aid you in your musical journey. Here on the board, we've already set up some notes and things that we're going to discuss tonight. Today, our primary focus will be ear training, intervals, and scales. Raz, if you'll just show them, skim over the board slowly so that they can read over the different things that we have to talk about tonight. Please get your notes out, your paper. You should always have a paper and pen and a keyboard if you have it for this class. And of course, since this is being posted on MySpace and YouTube, we're going to move on because you can rewind back and get anything that you missed or pause it. Alrighty? Our first thing, I'm actually going to start with the scale. One of the things that I taught in our first session, and I've been talking about this very thing just about every session, is the major scale diagram, which is whole, whole, half, whole, 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 half. And I just simply put you a note over here to let you know the W is whole step and the H is a half step. Okay? If you will note and you'll go through and diagram these 4 scales that I've already written out for you, you realize that from C to D is a whole step. Then from D to E is a whole step. Then from E to F is our half step. From F to G, take care of our whole step. Our next whole step is A, whole step B. Then our last half step is C. One of the things that we discussed is a whole step is separated by one note. Okay? Everything on here, on your keyboard, is a note. Every different pitch and sound, every note that you touch on the keyboard is a different note. So from C to D is a whole step because it's separated by C sharp and D flat. Now, a whole step is comprised of 2 half steps. A half step is from one note to the very next note. All right? So that's why E to F is a half step. It's a half step because it's not separated by any note. They're neighboring notes. So from one note to the next note is a half step. From one note, skip a note to the next note is a whole step. Okay? So we have a whole and a half right there. All right. So what I want to do is we have 2 students here in our class tonight, and I couldn't. Okay. Thank God for our 2 students. And so we're going to start at E. Thank you, God. And diagram the E major scale. Sister Nell, from E to what note we have to do, and I'll do it every time, we need a whole step. From E to what note is a whole step?
Yeah.
And let me say this, no matter where you're going on the scale, it will always be in letter order. So one thing that I've done in past times with private piano lessons or private music students is tell them when you're getting ready to diagram your major scale, what you want to do is, since you know it's in letter name, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. Okay? And then from there, all you have to do is fill in whether it's a flat or a sharp. Okay? Now, Sister Nell, you said from E to F is a whole step, which is incorrect. You have to say the right name. It is F something, but it's not F, just F. So we need a whole step from E. What is a whole step? Raz?
A whole step is a neighboring note.
Mm-mm.
No, not neighboring note, but it's a
From one note, you skip a note to the next note.
Yeah, that's right. There, you from E to be F flat. I mean F sharp. I'm sorry, sharp.
That's right. And it couldn't have been anything else but F sharp. Do you see how you got that?
And the reason why it's F sharp because it's the note in front of F.
Okay, wait a minute.
It's a half step from the F, right?
Let's talk about this. This is something we've discussed before. It's sharp and flat. And you always want to go back and look at our old class session to bring you up to now, that before this class session, so that you'll already have the basic knowledge, because I'll try to build on what we've taught before. Sharp goes up, right, and higher. Flat as well, Sister Now?
Left, lower, and down.
Left, lower, and down. Okay? So, from E, and anytime we're doing our scale, we'll be going sharp. We'll be going to the right. We're diagramming to the right. Okay, so from E, I need to move a whole step. E to F is a half step because they're neighboring notes.
Okay.
So from F to F sharp is another half step. 2 half steps equal 1 whole step. Okay? 2 half steps, which means half step from E to F and then F to F sharp equals a whole step, which means the whole step is from E to F sharp. Got it? Kinda? Okay. Then from F sharp, we move another whole step. We've taken care of 1 whole step. We need another whole step as per our diagram. So from F sharp to what note is a whole step?
G.
Is that your final answer? No.
It's G sharp.
Right. Now, did you just guess?
No, because I forgot that the regular G is just it's a neighboring note, so that's a half.
That's a half step. From F sharp to G, which are neighboring notes, is only a half step. And you need 2 half steps to make your whole step, which ends us at G sharp. Okay? Now, that takes care of our next whole step. From G sharp, we need a half step. What is the next one?
A.
Is it just A? Okay. Just A. All right, that's correct. From A, we need what? What's our next move, Sister Nell?
Oh. Whole step.
All right. From A, we need a whole step. What is a whole step from A?
B.
Just B. All right. Or it's called B natural. Okay. Regular. If it's just in this, instead of calling it regular B, it's B natural. Okay. So from B, we need another what, Raz?
Whole note. Whole step.
Okay. We need another whole step. Now, since we run out of space on here, use this C right here. From B.
9 minutes.
Okay.